Southside Soul Reapers here, podcast number 8. We know it's been a while. We took our time to come back, but we had stuff to get done. I went on my 2-week vacation to the Philippines. We're just now getting back on track, but I promise you, we're here. We're going to have fun today, and we're going to get back on top of this, guys, for y'all.
So, you got to tell us before we move on to any topic, how was the Philippines?
Oh, bro, it was beautiful. The Philippines was amazing. From the land to the places we went, the churches, the mausoleums, it was absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite places to go now is the Philippines.
But that's not the important thing of what happened. What really happened at the Philippines?
So while I was in the Philippines, he's wanting me to tell y'all how the coconuts over there are delicious. Ooh, them coconuts are good.
That's not what I was talking about. I'm talking about what really happened.
Okay. Well, I am now engaged. I have a fiance. I fell in love.
Congrats.
Well, appreciate it, brother. I'm in love, Kimberly. I love you, baby.
Oh, and this is actually very serious. We're not joking around. The first part was us joking around. This is very serious right here.
No, it's serious.
This is serious.
The coconuts are good over there.
Nah, but he really did get engaged. So.
I did. If you look right here, you'll see this beautiful woman right here, and then this guy next to her, me. But this beautiful woman right here has made me the happiest man in the world. Asked her to marry me, she did. Fell in love on the beach, so we'll be getting married, and I couldn't be happier. I mean, she's my everything, bro. Everything.
I'm happy for you.
Appreciate it, brother.
But what's the story of these though?
So white people have always wore success. The preppy people,
Yeah,
and they buy them from stores. And so our first day when we was on the beach, there was this little girl. She couldn't have been 5 or 6. Her family collects the actual seashells from the beach, takes them home, they clean them, and they actually make the necklace themselves and go out and sell it to people. So people buy these at the store. It's trash, but this little girl, her family make these themselves and sold it straight to us, and it was the first thing me and her ever bought together. So it's special. It's a seashell necklace. You can get them anywhere, but this one is special.
Yeah, Hey, congrats again, brother. And also, I am going to be the best man at
Well,
this
of
wedding.
course, there ain't nobody else. My best man right here, best friend, my brother.
We out here, gang, gang.
All right. And real shout out. I love to my family in the Philippines. Brian, Misho, Wilfred, my dog. I love you. I miss you, Wilfred. I miss all the family. Lolo, Lala, Mama, Papa, all the siblings. Lagoon. I miss y'all. Tickling. But you know what? Let's go ahead. I could talk about my fiance family all day, but let's go ahead and get back in the podcast. That's why y'all are here. So, for those who don't remember, or if we have newcomers, because it's been a while, we have 3 sections, 3 segments: mainstream, anime, and video games.
So before we dive deep into it, we also took time off to upgrade our equipment and actually get it better sounding, better visually better. And we even got a light over there. It's giving, some more color to us per se. And we just really want to thank y'all for constantly being there for us before we move on to the mainstream topic.
We do.
Thank y'all so much. You guys have been such a encouraging factor for us to keep going.
Appreciate it, Spirit Gang.
So, without further ado, take it off.
Mainstream. Number 1, Game of Thrones final season. It premieres April 14th. I am excited.
With every right to be so.
Yes, that's one of the greatest shows for TV ever made. And I'm telling you, it's shaping up for this final season. Is going to be like the best of all. They're going to give 120% into it. They're not going to treat it like trash at all. We're going to end it. They're going to have a amazing final season.
Can't wait.
Neither can I.
And it's premiering April 14th.
April 14th. And I got to tell you, let's talk about some seasons. I want to talk about my favorite season. I got to say it was season 7. the way everything started coming around, uh, amazing. I mean, all the seasons are good. You know, some are more up or some down, but 7 to me was one of the best. Um, I kind of stopped watching it after a while once somebody died. And I won't say who for no spoilers because
we're spoiler free around
he
here.
hasn't seen the whole thing yet. He's
Yeah,
catching
I
up.
catching up.
But and he died and came back next season alive. But I didn't know that. He was my favorite character, so he died. I stopped watching. So I finally said, okay, I'm gonna get back into it. Started watching it, caught back up, and I was like, oh, it was amazing. I tell you my favorite moment though, and this is the best. And Game of Thrones has a lot of moments and incidents where that could be like the best. But for me, it's the White Walker Dragon. That was like the coolest thing to see in the show so far. I
We'll
loved
have
it
in the background for a second. You know.
Yes. And I'm telling you, amazing. I loved it. And I'm expecting all the stories, of course, to get, wrapped up because they tell a lot of different stories at once throughout the whole show. But everything's going to get wrapped up. And I think it's going to be a beautiful ending.
Hey, that's good.
Uh-huh. So let's talk about the next. We're going to go into music and we're going to talk about
21 Savage being deported, but he has actually he was in holding at the moment and he just got released as of yesterday, I believe. Pretty crazy. He's actually from the UK. No one expected this. He's been repping Atlanta so hard. Who would have even thought? Who would have even thought that this was even a possibility? He doesn't even sound like he lived in the UK
he did
part
get
of his
deported,
life.
right?
No, he did not get deported.
Trump, what are you doing?
So that was pretty crazy. ICE did have him in holding though for quite some time. And apparently the conditions are pretty bad. But I mean, what's there to be? What's it to be expected though?
Send him back to the UK. I don't like. I mean, I don't hate the guy. I'm not a fan of his music. So, do you think that this whole deportation or him getting contained by ICE, do you think that's going to affect his career?
Surprisingly, not really. I don't think it is going to affect his career. Although he'll forever be the #1 UK rapper.
So, well, that's what I was saying. This man has repped Atlanta like he's from there. You don't think people from Atlanteans aren't gonna get pissed that this man's repping their city, but you ain't from my city. You're not even from my country. So you think he'll still get the same love in Atlanta when he goes there?
Yeah, if anything, I think he'll get a little more love, just because he's done a lot of charity over there in Atlanta in Zone 6.
But you can't do it for your own hometown in UK.
Oh my god, man! Let's just go to the next.
All right, the next one's a little bit. It sucks. Liam Neeson, one of my favorite actors. He was part of the Taken movies. If you don't know who he is, then I don't know. He's been in Star Wars. He's been in Taken movies. He's been in
a lot of movies.
A lot of movies. He's been Ra's al Ghul and the Batman. He's had a lot of like hardcore characters. He's like a tough guy.
Yeah.
So Liam Neeson is in the news about his racial comments from about 40 years ago. Let me put on highlight. They were for 40 years ago when he was young. Okay.
Probably like what, early 20s?
Yeah, he'd been 2021.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna read you the news article. It's short and quick. In the newspaper interview, Neeson began recounting his personal story after being asked about his film character turning to anger. Talking about the Taken movies. Mm-hmm. He did not reveal who was attacked, but said he found out when she returned home from a trip. She handled the situation of the rape in the most extraordinary way. Neeson told the newspaper, which published an audio excerpt, but my immediate reaction was, did she know who it was? She replied with no. He said, do you know what color they were? She said it was a black person. He said after that, he went up and down areas with a kosh, which for my fellow Irishmen is a crowbar, hoping I'd be approached by somebody, and I'm ashamed to say it that I did for maybe a week, hoping someone saying some black bastard would come out of a pub and have a go at me something, so that I could kill him.
His words.
Yeah, his words,
His words.
not mine. Not mine. Now, Neeson, this goes into a whole racial thing, and I hate talking about racial because no matter what you say, somebody's going to get offended.
Oh yeah.
No matter what side it is. So, my opinion is that was wrong. He should have not done that. He should have not said that. That was wrong of him. Now, he did an interview on Tuesday, Good Morning Tuesday or whatever that show is, with Miss Robbins. Mm-hmm. Now she's a black newscaster, and she's like hardcore. She'll ask the tough questions. She's not scared to get at you. She's not like shy. No, so I respect her. She's good to watch.
Oh yeah.
So her and Liam was having their conversation on the show, and not once. Now, to me, this is a respectful thing. He didn't shy from it. He didn't make excuses. He said what he did was wrong. He said was wrong. He said he's not racist, and I believe it. I mean, It was an honest confession. He said, I did say that. It was wrong of me to say, and even Miss Williams said, okay, I can respect that.
Yeah, I mean, as far as this topic goes, I do believe people, aren't always programmed how they were when they were younger. You know, I mean, mm-hmm. they view their views change
exactly,
and I am hoping that he did change for the best, and he's not like that anymore. So he is one of my favorite actors. So I'm just hoping for the best.
Okay. So now that we're done talking about racism, thank God.
Thank God, we don't like talking about that stuff.
Yeah,
we don't see color on the.
I was like, I hate that saying. Let's just jump to the next segment. All right. So our next segment is going to be anime. So let's start off by talking about. Now I know this old because it's been out since January.
Mm-hmm. It's been a minute.
The Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. I want to talk about that because we went and saw it and loved it. Broly's always been one of my favorite characters. Now, for an anime. Now this is an anime. This has made over $100 million worldwide. For an anime.
Impressive.
That's the #1 anime movie that's ever sold like that. That's crazy.
That is crazy. And I remember even looking down my Facebook timeline and just seeing people like, gonna go see that Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. Mm-hmm. And it would be people who I didn't even know they watched anime.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
Dragon Ball Z and all that, that's kind of like one of those, yeah, it's anime, but everybody watched it. So it's like, okay, it's cool to watch Dragon Ball. But it's cool to watch anime.
Yeah, we ain't shocked.
Yeah. But let me ask you, now that he's canon, do you think he's going to appear in the next series?
100%.
My dog. That's what I was hoping for.
And we both love Broly, like the original Broly movie, which, from what you said yesterday, they are planning on disappearing, or they have already disappeared with the original Broly movies off Funimation.
So yesterday, I get on Funimation because they had all the Dragon Ball Z movies. I wanted to watch the original Broly. Go to watch them. All 3 of the original Broly movies, which the second and third one can go.
Yeah, they can go. They were pretty trash.
All 3 of them are gone. Even the very first Broly movie, which I loved.
Yeah.
And I was disappointed because I'm sure they're trying to make room for the new Broly. However, I love the old Broly, but I also love the new one too. They got pros and cons of both of them.
Yeah.
I like the new backstory that the new Broly got, but I like the pure rage and anger the old one got. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I love them both. And I was disappointed they took that off of Funimation.
I agree with you.
I'm hoping they put it back on, but
maybe later on, like once the hype calms down a little bit.
Maybe. I'm hoping so.
If anything, I thought they would have. I understand if they got rid of the 2 and 3, but I thought they would have kept the first movie on there. Just okay, there's another Broly movie we can watch. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But
you would think that.
But I guess not.
Funimation don't pay us to make decisions.
Although
they don't pay us at all.
They don't. This video is not sponsored by Funimation. But yeah, I'm hyped. Hopefully, it does go on Funimation sooner rather than later. Mm-hmm. That way, they can continue with the hype.
Yes.
So, moving on to the next topic.
Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 2 premieres April. Okay, so are you excited for the rest of Season 3?
I'm hyped.
Me too. I mean,
I'm hyped.
The first half of Season 3 was amazing. I mean, the way they left it off with the Armored Titan. See, I'm bad with names. The Armored Titan and the Giant Titan. It ended mid-season finale with them two just looking on at the rest of the, scouts and stuff. So I'm like, okay, it's about to get even crazier.
Facts.
And I have waited 2.5 seasons to find out what the hell is in the basement. I think we're gonna find out in this second half of the season.
Oops, dropped the phone.
But I think we're gonna find out what's in the second half season. What's in the basement?
Yeah, I'm hyped. I really. This is probably the most I've ever been interested in a basement. I'm hyped for it. It's gonna be such a good season. They really pumped us up on this half season mark, and let me tell you, I got some anxiety towards the end of the half season. Yeah, I'm just like, what's happening?
I'm telling you,
the government's corrupt. Everything's going crazy. Like what? Like you don't even expect that type of stuff. Like
see, you don't know who the bad guy
is.
Are the human titans really bad, or are they actually fighting for survival, or are they bad and the government's just having to do bad things to protect the people? See, that's what I'm saying. This goes with the next topic of what we're going to be talking about Attack on Titan, about how we like the evolution of the story, and that's what it is. Okay, season 1 was a clear cut. You had one thing. His goal was just to join the scouts, or
not
Aaron.
Aaron, yeah.
His one goal was to join the scouts, kill Titans. That's it. That's all he wanted to do. And that's all season 1. It was, he had one thing, he'd go. There were no twists except for at the end. But season 2 started kind of evolving.
Yeah.
And it changed into going to, okay, the government's doing bad things. They're not protecting their people. Then season 3, you see that the governments actually did bad things. They may be the bad guy. You don't know. And see, when it comes to stories, there's a couple things that can happen. It can either stay the same from season 1 to season finale.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's good, but most of the time that gets boring. Sometimes it can go too far from the original and not make sense, and it's too much of a stretch.
Yeah, I agree.
But for Attack on Titan, it's just the perfect evolution. It's like each step. It's not skipping anything.
Yeah, it's definitely not skipping anything, and I feel like the progress with the story is very, very good. It's very hard to find really any show with a great plot nowadays.
I'm telling you.
I feel like everything's been so rehashed, or you've seen it before.
And that's true. I mean, a lot of animes do it. Some do it better than others. Some flop, but they do. All right, let's talk about video games. We got 2 games out here we want to talk about. So we got Kingdom Hearts 3. We got
finally
when the day it released. We've been waiting 10 years for this. So, what do you think of the gameplay and the story, Nick, of Kingdom Hearts 3?
I love it.
Yes,
I love it. I've been waiting for this, and
but
I will say,
by the way, he is a bigger fan of Kingdom Hearts than I am. So
yeah, I will say I love it. I feel like they didn't just hype us up and then gave us a disappointment like how the developers of Duke Nukem did. That was a flop.
So are we gonna bleep Duke Nukem out like it's a cuss word?
Oh my god.
I agree. I mean, it's a beautiful. Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 were more like I'm gonna talk with graphics. Were more cartoony, which was good. I mean, I loved it. But 3 they upped the graphics. Like it's crazy beautiful. The surroundings, the area, the background, the environment, everything. The characters is like amazing. So Toy Story and Monster Inc., for example, their worlds, it looks just like you were actually watching Toy Story or Monsters Inc. Like there's no difference. It's amazing.
It is amazing.
And like say Pirates of the Caribbean, a live action. Those characters, I mean, it's not gonna look as good, but you could tell who the characters were. Like the details was great.
Yeah, the details were great on there.
Yeah,
I mean, you can only expect so much from actual. They would need to bring the actual like look-alikes for them. You know what I mean? To look like humans. Actual people who look like them. So I mean, you can't knock that. But they did a great job with all the worlds. So far, I haven't finished it. I don't think you finished it.
No, I take my time.
Yeah, we're taking our time with that one because
we're not going. We're not trying 100% it, Josh.
Already try hard, really. But so we have been very excited for that game, and like I said, the gameplay is amazing, and I just hope for more Kingdom Hearts games.
Agreed.
Yeah.
If they do make more, do you think it's going to be the continued story or like kind of like not a reboot, but like a reset with a whole different character?
Yeah, I think that's what they were talking about. They're talking about bringing a whole different cast, and this is going to be the end of the Xehanort saga.
Okay.
Again, we haven't finished it. We'll get there.
Yeah,
we'll get there.
I just want to see Star Wars in it, or maybe a little Avengers or something in there. You know,
maybe they'll get DLC. Who knows? I mean, how many times have DLC randomly popped up?
Randomly, yes, all the time. So let's talk about a game we started playing last night. Jump Force. Oh yeah, my goodness,
it's amazing. We got it a few days early.
Yeah.
So we have been playing it. Let me tell you, the roster in that game. Oh my god! It made this Jump Force game made the first Jump game.
The J-Star.
Yeah, the J-Star game.
Obsolete.
Yeah, I mean it obliterated it.
It was decent at best. Yeah. It was an okay game, but
the plot was trash. By the way.
Oh yeah,
the plot in that game was trash.
Yes, but Jump Force has I'm saying Jump Force is going to be one of the top games of 2019.
100%.
I'm telling you,
like the way the graphics look, and just in my opinion, it looks better than some of the animes that it's like showing.
Yes,
that is insane. I have not seen, and it can even like compete with some of the top tier video games that are even out right now.
Yeah,
graphic wise.
God of War was an absolutely gorgeous game. Jump Force is up there with it.
Yeah, I would agree. I was honestly surprised. Who gave him this budget? Who gave him this budget?
But, they did good.
Yeah, they did. Like the first one was way more cartoony.
Yeah,
I would say
it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
But to see, because we've never had a game, an anime game that has these kind of graphics, so it's nice.
The transition was, amazing.
Yes,
like to see it from J-Star to Jump Force, that is a complete 180. Like, it's crazy. The roster is filled with some of the greatest anime characters ever, ranging from Dragon Ball Z to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure,
Yu-Gi-Oh, Bleach, One Piece. I was actually really surprised to see Black Clover.
Yeah,
and Midoriya from My Hero Academia. I did not even expect them to be in it.
Deku.
Hey, I love games where you can create your own character. And when I found out you create your character, I was like super excited.
He was really talking about, should I get the Ultimate Edition? I don't know. Maybe we should just wait for the release. And then he seen like you could create your character. He said, "Oh, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna go ahead and get it." So he was real hyped about that.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's amazing. I mean, you can use it, pretty much any of the moves anybody else you can put on your character. To me, a lot of the gameplay and motion of this game is from the Dragon Ball. What are them games? Not the ones that have been coming out. Not Budokai.
No, it's not Budokai. I think you're talking about Dragon Ball Fighters. Is that what you're talking about?
The one before that, where you can fly around and.
Okay. Xenoforce.
Yeah,
it does kind of have a.
It's like that because you got the online, offline battles. You got the area in the waiting room. It's to me, it's like that, just more graphic.
Yeah,
and it's beautiful, and I'm good with that because Dragon Ball Z is probably the biggest anime video games franchise out there.
Yeah, and Xenoforce actually did a very good job.
Yes.
Before Fighters came around. I would say they did a very good job with how it looked, the story, and everything, and it kind of reminds me of that as well. So, like I said, Jump Force is a game changer.
It is.
I think it's really gonna make it into like the mainstream where they would be like, okay,
yes,
like we gotta actually check this game out.
So I see more Jump Force games coming out.
Yeah, 100%.
I see like the characters in there maybe getting their own game, like My Hero Academia already got theirs. Yu-Gi-Oh's gonna have another remake he's got coming out. Maybe Black Clover gets its own game. One Piece and Naruto already have their franchise. JoJo's Bizarre may get their own. There's so many possibilities that this one game can do. It can.
Yeah, that's true.
It's more than just making money. It can start a whole new anime video game franchise. And I mean, right now the biggest ones are Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and One Piece. My Hero Academia just came out with theirs. I mean, it's crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
honestly never been so hyped for an anime video game.
No.
I mean, how many times have we been disappointed?
lot.
Let's just be real.
A lot.
We have been very disappointed.
A lot. I mean, I like the Xenoverse games.
Oh yeah,
I like the fighter game, Fighter Z. I just sucked at it. I'm horrible at it because it was a Street Fighter kind of game. I suck at it.
Hey, the first step is admitting.
Hey, all right. So, if y'all want to see gameplay of the Kingdom Hearts 3 or the Jump Force, tell them your channel.
Twitch.tv/Nikolai Capone, NikolaiCapone. Just so you know, there's no confusion, and we'll also have the link in the description as well. We're gonna be, streaming more. Who knows? We could play some Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, Jump Force. And we'll also be playing Jump Force a bit early on the channel, since not a lot of people have it, not a lot of streamers. So,
and I usually don't buy the early release games because I don't feel like it. But like you said, I said screw it, let's do it.
Let's go ahead and get it.
But all right, Spirit Gang, hey, we appreciate y'all, and I promise you we're back on track now.
Yeah, we're back on it.
Let's have some fun. We're gonna do this, man. So if y'all got any questions, or if y'all got any concerns or suggestions, y'all can email us at southsidesoulreapers@gmail.com. Email us if you want to shout out, email us, Facebook us. We got you.
We got you. And we also got the audio podcast that's going to be going up from now on. And you can check that out on Spotify. Just type in Southside Soul Reapers. We'll be there. So, like I said, we're going international. International.
Worldwide.
And like I said, we've been upgrading thanks to y'all. And I want to also say congratulations again, Sean, on your engagement.
Appreciate it, brother.
You know what it is? That was a little awkward, but it's... All right, guys. Y'all take care.